All join. Okay. So once you install QTP in your computer, okay, so you have to launch means you can try to launch your internet your quick test professional. So as soon as you launch your QTP, you will get like Yarden manager. Who is getting directly Yarden manager? You are not getting. Oh, just a second. Okay, so as soon as you launch QTP, initially startup, you will get Yarden manager. This Yarden manager is nothing but like on which application you are going to automate. Okay, if it is Java, you have by default you will get three Yardens: ActiveX, Visual Basic, and Web. Okay, so while installing which all are the add-ins you want, you can select and you can install, but I suggest you don't go for installing unnecessary add-ins. Okay, so you will get so many add-ins like .NET, Java, Cbel, SAP, Oracle, like that. So many, which all are the development environments you are available in your IT industry. So each and everything you will come across, but don't go for installing all those one. So what will happen is your QTP performance gets very slow. Okay, so I can suggest try to install one add-in along with this one. If you want to try it out like Java or .NET, just try to install one add-in. Okay, so ActiveX, Visual Basic, Web, these three you will get. If you want to work with Visual Basic application, so you have to check with Visual Basic. You want to work with web based application, you have to check here. Okay, exactly ActiveX application you have to work with, ActiveX controls you have to work with, means you can go for ActiveX. Okay, so here you are getting only three. If you want to work with Java also you can install, but Java you don't have permanent version, you can use only few days. Okay, QTP 11 if you install just 30 days. QTP 11 in my computer I have installed, but QTP 11 trial version you will get only 30 days. After that you cannot work it out. So I can suggest QTP 10 you can install in your computer and practice. Okay, but there is no much difference between QTP 10 and QTP 11. You don't. The link I have shared from there you can download. See, the thing is I don't have any other alternative, only that's the option. We'll discuss this one. Okay, so I have alternative means I'll try to come up with okay, so we'll just try to discuss. Okay, so this is nothing but like your quick test professional Yarden manager. Okay, so this is nothing but like Yarden, means like which application you're going to automate. That application you have to check from here, then click on OK button. It will allow you to navigate to home page. It will allow you to navigate home page. This is like welcome screen it will display. Remember, in older versions of QTP, before upcoming QTP will discuss little bit more basics. Okay, so you may be aware of like before QTP you will come up with one more tool that is nothing but like Windrunner. Okay, so Windrunner also functionality testing tool. So this tool also developed by Mercury Interactive, later taken over by HP. But the drawback of Mercury Interactive is like it will support only limited technologies. So which are the technologies here you are seeing like Visual Basic, Visual C++, Power Builder, Delphi, D2K, Core Java, HTML, civil applications. Okay, so these are the limited technologies it will try to support. Okay, so these are the limited technologies it will try to support. Other technologies Windrunner doesn't support. Very simply you have to say means this is expired tool. Today nobody is using Windrunner. Just for awareness purpose I am saying. So before QTP you have one tool that is Windrunner. Just for that information I am saying. Okay, so you have to come up with automating any of the application, any of the tool. You should use some programming language, right? Okay, so exactly like that Windrunner uses its own scripting language. So that is nothing but like transaction control language, TCL. Okay, so this is Windrunner's own scripting language. Windrunner supports only Windows environment. It doesn't support Unix or Linux. You have to work with Unix or Linux environment means another tool is available. So that is nothing but like Xrunner. Okay, so with Windrunner they were started with 2.0 in the era of 96. Then they come up with different versions. They stopped at 8.0. Okay, then onwards you will be able to see like your QTP version. QTP also functionality testing tool, originally developed by Mercury Interactive, later taken over by HP. Okay, so QTP supports almost all of the technologies available in your IT industry. Okay, so along with Silverlight, this is latest technology come up with .NET. The purpose of Silverlight is like YouTube movies you will watch, right? So if you maximize, you don't see that much quality, right? So that problem resolves this Silverlight. Okay, even though you maximize, you will be able to see very clear quality picture. That is the advantage of like Silverlight. Okay, your QTP even supports that Silverlight as well. Meanwhile, mobility applications also it will support. And one more major advantage of QTP is like whole of your framework or whole of your automation test scripts you can maintain in quality center itself. Okay, so you may be aware of like quality center you will come across so many versions. The latest version of quality center they renamed it to application lifecycle management. Okay, so while starting with QC I will explain you in detail what is the difference between quality center and ALM and those one. So as of now you can remember this is the stuff. Okay, so supports mostly VBScript and JavaScript as well, but QTP you are using means most of the people going for like VBScript. Okay, so QTP supports VB script, and most of the people trying to use like VB script. The first name for quick test professional is like Astra quick test. Astra quick test. So here you are getting so many different versions like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0 and 6.5. These are the different versions you are available for Astra quick test. Then they named it to quick test pro. Then finally they changed the name to quick test professional. Okay, so for quick test professional, these are the different versions available. So the latest version of QTP is 11.0. Okay, but most of the companies using 10.0, some companies using 9.5. Very few companies using 11.0. Okay, in your resume point of view, you can go for using like 11.0. Sorry, not 11, 10.0 you can put in your resume. Okay, so this is a little bit brief about like QTP introduction. Okay, so we will come back to QTP. In QTP, as soon as you launch, you will get like welcome screen. Remember older versions of here I told so many versions, right? Here I told so many versions of QTP. Okay, so in all these versions till 9.2, these versions from Mercury Interactive. Okay, so till 9.5, 9.2, 9.5 onwards, 9.5, 10 and 11.0, these versions released by HP. Okay, so Mercury Interactive Tools taken over by HP in the year of 2008. Okay, so till 9.2 you don't get this welcome screen. Okay, so once they taken over by HP, they come up with this welcome tool, welcome window. So you have to go for automation means test tab you can select. As soon as you click on test, you will be able to see this is the option. Okay, this one is nothing but like your test script pane. So for converting manual test cases to automation, so here you will try to record the recorded script, you will get up here. Okay, okay, so in QTP, so there is a record button available. So most of the there are so many tools available in your IT industry. So many, most of the tools. Why I am saying most of the tools? Some tools they doesn't have record feature. Okay, so that's the reason I am saying most of the tools. Okay, some automation tools are there. Those tools don't have record option. So for most of the tools, basic operations you will record, and the recorded script may not meet your 100% automation expectations. So the recorded script you will try to enhance. Okay, so enhancement portion we'll see later. First initially we'll see what is recording. Okay, so there are two buttons here you are seeing, record and stop. So once you click on record button, what all are the manual actions you are performing in your application? Each and every action gets recorded and stores into your test script pane. Okay, so as soon as you click on record button, you are getting like record and run settings. Okay, so again here you are getting two tabs, web based application and Windows application. If it is web based application, you go for web tab, and here you try to choose appropriate option. Okay, so record and run on any open browser, or you want to work with specific application. Once you get assigned any of the project, okay, so you can go for, you will always get a chance to work with specific application, right? So at that point of time you can go for like second option. Okay, but while practicing you can go for like first option. Okay, so record and run on any open browser, exactly for Windows based application also. Okay, so you want to work with any of the application, first option you can go for, specific application means second option you can go for. Once you choose record and run settings, by default, so at the first time whenever you are starting recording, you will get that window. In case if it's not getting, so what you do is you go automation menu, record and run settings. Okay, here also you have, from there you can choose the record and run settings options. Okay, so you can choose record and run settings options from here. Okay, then you try to go for like recording. First we go for standalone application, then we can go for okay, along with your QTP installation. So what you will get is like some sample applications you get. Okay, so Flight and Mercury website, that is, this is web based application, this is standalone application Flight. They come up with this application in such a manner like which are the features you have in QTP. Each and every feature you can test, very simple, for covering all those features, for testing all those features they come up with this application. Okay, but in my course I never go for like discussing these two. Why means, if you go for interview by chance, okay, if you take example for telling like flight, then you will get very bad impression. That's the reason I never go for like flight reservation system. Okay, so mostly I will choose Gmail, or so many other online applications are there, those applications I will choose and I will explain. Okay, be remember, if you want to practice you can practice, but if you, while going for interview, you don't take example from flight reservation system. So for this application, first agent name is any 4-digit 4 letters username, then password is Mercury, password is Mercury. Okay, so this is the username and password you want to practice with. Okay, flight reservation system means. Okay, so this is the thing you are getting. Okay, so remember, so once I click on record button, once you finish your recording you have to click on stop button. In between those two actions, okay, so what are the manual operations you perform, it's got recorded. Okay, so dialogue, that is dialogue, right? So developer, for developing any of the application, what he will do is he will try to divide main application to page into frame into like different tables, table into subtable like that. Some hierarchy he will try to come up with. Okay, exactly. Your QTP also follows the similar mechanism. Exactly, your QTP also follows the similar mechanism. Okay, so here you set first, you click enabled that window dialog, that one QTP considering it as like dialog dot enable dialog window edit dot set, that one edit box, right? So this is Windows based application, right? So that's why it's taking the window edit, username, agent name, and whatever you type, set secure, that is password field, right? So it cannot give you directly, that's why it converts to stars and give you, right? So that's why it's encrypting and giving you the password. Then you have to click on enter. Actually you have to click on sign in button, so I have clicked enter, that's why it's taking mic return. Okay, so windows dot close. Okay, so this is the thing is trying to record. Okay, okay, so this is for standalone application. Then we can go for like Windows based application. Okay, so record and run settings as usual. So try to launch Internet Explorer. Okay, see here what are the manual actions you perform, each and everything it's got recorded, right? Okay, so browser he was divided into page into tables into subtables, then web edit, email he put. Okay, so here remember launching Internet Explorer is not recorded. Okay, so that is a problem in your Windows 7. Okay, so if it's not recording means you go wherever your Internet Explorer installed, go that shortcut properties. Okay, so here this one it will give you the complete path. So here you give like system utility dot run. Okay, so this is the command you can give it up. Okay, so Windows XP it will take, but in Windows 7 it's not taken by default. In case if it's not taking means you can manually give that command. Okay, so once you record, you try to execute, click on run button. This is nothing but like where you want to save your results. Okay, so you want to save in specific location, you have to refer in future. Okay, so at that time you can save these results somewhere in your shared drive location or in your computer. So you can browse where you want to save. No, you have to save it in temporary location. Okay, by default it will go for like temporary location, so that path it will get stored. Okay, click on OK button. Okay, so once execution done, it will give you like results in detail. Okay, you have to see results means you can click on results button from standard from automation toolbar, or you can go for like automation to menu results option. Okay, you have to view result. Normally it will display automatically once execution done, but in my computer it's like little bit disturbance kind of stuff, right? So that's why I have disabled. You have to disable your results window once execution done, means you can go to options, run. Okay, so here you have right options menu, tools options menu, run tab, view results, run session ends. If you check this checkbox, that window automatically gets up, but it's like little bit disturbance, so that's why I have disabled. Okay, so you want to launch, no worries. Okay, you can launch from somewhere or from your automation menu toolbar or automation menu. So in execution results window, which all are the steps you are having in your script, each and every line whether it got executed success or fail, it will give you. Okay, see here. So each and every step, email setting, password resetting, then click on sign in button, then closing your Internet Explorer application. Okay, so like that each and every window it will give you. In latest version of 11, they come up with like it will show you results in the form of graphs, meanwhile like pie chart or chart chart, so it will show you. But older version you don't get this option. Okay, results window looks like something else, only it will give you like how many checkpoints got passed, how many result, whether it's pass or fail or something like that. But in latest version 11 you will get like this very in detail description, even it will give you like in the form of chart. For getting results window, either you have to click on results button from automation menu, or from automation menu you can go for results. In either of the way you can get your results window. Fine, clear? Automation menu and results option you can go for. Okay, or automation toolbar you can click on results button. In either of the way you can get it up. Okay, while recording, what are the manual steps you recorded, your QTP tool gets record in two views. Okay, so that is nothing but like keyword view and expert view. Expert view is nothing but like your code, how your one program looks like. Okay, but keyword view you will get in the form of keywords. Okay, like on which browser, which page, which operation you are performing. Okay, so like that see what is the object, what is the operation you are performing. In case if it is edit box, you have to set value, right? And finally description is giving you like enter some value to email edit box. Remember, in your IT industry there are so many automation tools available. No other tool come up with this feature? Only QTP they come up with. Why they come up with this feature is like non-technical people, they are coming into testing field, right? Non-computer graduates and non-technical people. For them, this one makes easy. Okay, so if they go through these steps, they can understand very easily, right? So that's the reason they come up with. No other tool come up with this feature. Okay, so keyword view seems like with 4 different columns. Okay, so action, item, operation, value and documentation. Along by default it will get display 4, but normally you will have 6 options, 6 columns. Okay, so those are assignment and comment also. Assignment and comment also. Okay, so assignment is nothing but like any value you have to assign, sum equal to a plus b or sum equal to 10, or you are assigning any value to any statement. So at that point of time you can go for assignment. In QTP or any of the programming language you can add comments, right? So if it is comment, it will give you like in the form of in comment column. Okay, so remember, total you will get 6 columns, but by default it will get display 4. If you want to display 6 columns also, you can display. So this is the advantage of QTP. If you are technically strong, you can go for like a script view, that means like expert view. If you are technically not strong, okay, then you can go for keyword view. Okay, you can go for keyword view. Okay, so along with that one more very important feature you come across, like you go view tab, these are the different tabs available. Okay, so active screen, data table, like the so many are there. We go whenever the situation comes up. So active screen is like one more very important additional feature in your QTP. So whatever the step you are recording in your QTP, it will take screenshot for that action. Okay, so see, username I have entered, right? Username enabled, password I have entered. Okay, then password it got enabled, then I click on sign in button, so sign in button got enabled. Okay, then I click on close button. Okay, so like that, for whatever the action you're performing in your application, each and every action it will take screenshot. So what is the advantage of this one? So end user can get to know very easily what exactly that step your QTP is performing, right? So that is the advantage of like your QTP tool. That is advantage of active screen. Okay, remember, no other tool come up with this feature, only QTP come up with this feature. Okay, so these all are the different things you have to remember before going further in your QTP tool. Okay, so these are very basics of your QTP. Anybody having any questions before moving further? Then you are seeing, right? So email, what is the item, what is the operation you are performing, what is the operation you can perform. Email is the edit box. So for edit box you can set value. So set operation you are performing, value you are performing is like some value you will try to enter for your email, right? So that is what you are entering. So finally it will give you a description. So each and everything it will give you in the form of like keywords. That is what your keyword view done. Okay, so whatever the script you are getting in expert view, it will convert into keywords and display in keyword view. So technically who are not strong, for them it will be beneficial. Okay, so whatever the step you are, whatever the action you are performing in your application, your QTP tool gets recorded in two views. Okay, keyword view and expert view. Then we can go for like what is the automation process you will try to follow in your QTP tool. Okay, so any of that tool you have to come up with automation for a specific application, means you should follow some process, right? So that is nothing but like automation process. So here you will come across different steps. Okay, so those are nothing but like planning the test, recording, enhancing, debugging, running the test, analyzing the results, and reporting defects. Okay, so these are the 6 different steps you will come across. First it will go like planning the test. Under planning the test, what are the different things you will do is like whatever the application you're going to automate, whether that application is best suit to go for automation or not. Okay, that is what you will try to look for. So whether whatever the application you are working, whether that application is best suit to go for automation. That means like I told, right? So some applications it may not be comfortable to automate, to go for automation. Okay, so if your application is having stable functionality up to some extent at least, then you can go for automation. Meanwhile, which are the features you are coming across? So all those features, if you will be able to like much manual intervention required, those kinds of features you cannot go for automation, right? So like that, by and some technologies QTP may, by considering all these factors, you will try to look for like okay, so you will try to do analysis and kind of stuff, like whether you want to go for automation or not. If you want to go for automation or not, which tool is best suit? Okay, so in your IT industry there are so many tools available. Okay, which tool is best suit for this application? So that is kind of analysis and kind of stuff you will try to do during application front. Then in automation front means like you have decided to go for automation, but you may not automate 100% of the application, right? So which modules you are going to automate, that one you will try to consider, and you will try to pick up only those functionality modules related test cases. So that is nothing but like automation front. Okay, so planning the test is nothing but like you will try to do like whether you want to go for automation or not. If you want to go for automation means what are the function modules you will pick up to go for automation, and what is the best suite, what is the best tool to go for to use for this application. So these all are the different kinds of analysis and kind of stuff you will go for. So that is nothing but like planning the test. So that means like you are having 10,000 test cases. So you are picked up 1,000 test cases to go for automation. So this is the criteria. So why you are going for only 10 from 10,000 test cases? You are picking up only 1,000 test cases. So it's not like a restriction like you have to pick up only 1,000 tests. You can go for 5,000. You can go for 10,000 also. It depends on the situation. Okay. You will get to know very clearly going further with our classes. As of now, you can remember this is the step. So let us suppose you are picked up 1,000 test cases to go for automation. So your automation framework starts up with like recording the basic operations. Okay. So which are the manual test cases you are having. So however you recorded today, you have seen, right? You click on record button, you try to perform actions in that application, then you click on stop button. Okay, like that manual all manual operations you try to perform in your application. It will get record in your QTP tool. So that is nothing but like recording the test. The recorded test may not meet your 100% automation expectations. Okay, what are those 100% automation expectations? Means like I could have told you so many times like once execution done, it will send you like summary kind of report and individual kind of report. It will send out an email, right? And while executing automation scripts, so it's generating summary kind of report and individual kind of report. That one is not QTP built-in feature. So you have to come up with the help of VB scripting. Meanwhile, you have to send out an email, right? Okay, even that email also QTP doesn't have built-in feature. You have to come up with. Okay, like that, that recorded script may not meet your 100% automation requirements. So the recorded script you will enhance in your QTP front from tomorrow. Whatever we are going to discuss, each and everything comes under enhancement portion. As of now, you can remember this the stuff. What I do is once we finish our course, I mean like QTP, at that time again I will explain you like automation process. At that time you can understand very easily. Okay, by the time you could have finished all the stuff, right? All the features of your automation, so you can understand very easily. Okay, so that is nothing but like enhancing the test. Okay, so checkpoints, synchronization points, our next topic we come up with. At that time you can understand very better that any of the programming language, if you go for, that is very normal basic concept. You will try to debug, right? So why you will debug? To correct two types of errors, syntactic errors and logical errors. Computer is machine, so that doesn't have intelligence. So you have to communicate to your computer. You have to properly utilize your computer means you have to pass instructions in the manner QTP understands, right? So sum equal to a plus b semicolon, that is the statement you have to use in C. Let us suppose you were missed out semicolon, then it will give you like syntactic error. Okay, so computer cannot understand without semicolon, so that's why it's giving you error. Okay, so that is nothing but like syntactic error. Sum equal to a minus b you are giving, instead of plus you are given minus. Syntax is correct, but QTP cannot understand, right? QTP, according to QTP perspective, the syntax is correct, but instead of plus you are given minus. That one is your mistake, that is not computer's mistake. So these kinds of mistakes you will pass 2, 3. If it's written in 5, that is correct. Otherwise something wrong in your code, that is logical error. that one computer cannot catch it up. You have to catch. Okay, so once you come up with code, yourself have to debug to make sure syntactic errors and logical errors. Once you make sure your script, then you will move it to regression automation suite. Then onwards, whenever you are getting release, okay, you will be able to execute against that release. You will be able to execute against that release. So 1000 scripts you put for execution. Some scripts may get passed, some scripts may get failed, right? Okay, so what of the scripts got passed you don't want to analyze. Okay, you can leave it up. So what are the scripts got failed? Okay, you will try to analyze if those scripts are failing because of script issues, means like due to script issues or change requests. You got change earlier. You have a sign in button, client don't want sign in button, he come with OK button, change request. Normally this is the kind of situation, means they should intimate to whole team members, but it will never happen to testing team. Why? Means due to time constraints it will never happen. So whenever you get change request, you have to update your test script accordingly. So but here you haven't got information, right? So you will put for execution. So at the time your script will get failed, so you will report it to developer. So developer will tell you like it is not script issue, it is application, it is not a script issue or application issue, it's due to change request. Then you will realize and you will try to update your script. So in this kind of situations you will try to update your script. No, it is not script issue, it is application issue. At that time you have to report that issue to developer for fixing. So this is the automation process you will try to follow in your QTP. Okay, so first you will go for like planning the test. In planning the test, application front and automation front. Okay, which function models you are going to pick up to go for automation, and which kind of framework you are coming up with that application, which kind of framework you are coming up with. Okay, so that is nothing but like application front, that is nothing but like planning the test. Then you are picked up 1000 test cases. So what are the test scripts you picked up? So those one you will start up with automation by recording initial basic steps. Once you record, the recorded script may not meet your 100% automation expectations. So the recorded script you will try to enhance by putting synchronization master, check master, something like that. Okay, so that is nothing but like enhancing. Once you come up with code, you have to debug that code for correcting two types of errors. Those are nothing but like syntactic errors and logical errors. Then running the test. So then onwards, whenever you are getting, you will be able to execute against latest release, then analyzing the results and reporting the defects. Okay, so what are the scripts got failed? If those scripts got failed due to change request, you will try to correct your scripts. If it is application issue, you will report it to development team. Okay, so this is the automation process you will try to follow in your QTP. Remember, most of the tools, in IT industry there are so many automation tools available, right? Almost all the tools follows the similar automation process, but it's little bit customized way. Okay, all the 6 phases you will come across, but it's little bit customized way. Okay, so this is what another point you have to remember. Okay, okay, so this is nothing but like a little bit brief about your automation introduction. Okay, anybody having any questions? I have unmuted, so any questions means you can ask me. No questions? Okay, so somebody is asking like for installation, right? So who is that one?